I'm Chris Matthews from Camp Pendleton for the Hardball Heroes Tour. Earlier today I spoke with Major General Richard Kramlich from Marine Headquarters in Fallujah, Iraq. Fallujah has been the site of heavy fighting between Marines and insurgents. I began by asking General Kramlich what's happening on the ground right now.
Well, right now, most of the focus of the Marine Expeditionary Force is on supporting the Iraqi elections upcoming, as all of America knows. We're the logistics element of the Marine Expeditionary Force, so we've got our logistics operations en route as well. And I think there's a lot of anticipation for the election, and we're certainly anticipating a successful event.
The Marines won a big victory in Fallujah, cleaning that city out of terrorists. Have the terrorists come back?
Well, they certainly haven't come back to Fallujah in force. We're certainly having incidents in Al Anbar province, but the operation in Fallujah itself was a great success, and I think it's indicated by the number of caches that were found, a number of IED bomb-making factories that were found right inside that city of Fallujah. So that's been a major success, and our quality of life has certainly improved since we took that city down and got the insurgents out of there.
We're reading back here that it's so difficult with regard to the security for the elections coming up that they can't tell the people so far where they're going to vote. How's that going to work out?
I think most of the people, there is an anticipation, and they're aware that the elections are coming up. The Iraqi Election Committee is working hard to get that word out, and we'll work closely with them to let them know where the polling places are going to be. Certainly it'll be at the 11th hour, and that's necessary because of security concerns. But I think you're going to see a better than expected turnout in Al Anbar province.
Is there a problem of attacks coming directly at the voting lines?
I don't believe that's going to be a problem. We're working closely with Iraqi security forces. They'll certainly provide the security right there in the polling centers, because that's their job, and this is an Iraqi election. But we'll be able to cordon off the polling sites at some distance. You're probably aware the Iraqi government is putting in curfews and precluding vehicles from being in the area. That's certainly their weapon of preference, the vehicle-borne IED. So we're taking all the precautions to keep them away from any polling places that are set up.
How are you going to keep the insurgents, the terrorists or the resistors or whatever we're facing, how are you going to keep them from putting on Iraqi uniforms and pretending to be security forces?
We'll be vetting all the Iraqi security forces. They've been working with us hand in glove. We'll have techniques to secure the areas of who is actually inside the polling places. You know, we certainly don't want to give away all our techniques, but we're anticipating that's what they try to do, get some type of bomb inside on a person. So we'll be taking precautions, and the Iraqi security forces will have the capability to make those type of detections.
How are the people there reacting to your presence, to the Marines?
Well, I've been in downtown Fallujah. A lot of the Marines you see behind me, they're part of the Combat Service Support Battalion 1 that operates out of Camp Fallujah. They've been doing humanitarian assistance efforts in Fallujah. I've been down there a couple of times myself, and you can sense that the people that have come back, certainly they're dismayed at the destruction of a lot of the buildings in Fallujah, but they have a real sense that we're there to try to facilitate the return and have that city be free of insurgents. So there's a connection there that I've seen.
General, there's a lot of debate back in the States, as you know, as to who exactly we're fighting in the streets down there. Are we fighting remnants of the Saddam regime? Are we fighting terrorists coming in from outside, jihadists? Or are we fighting just Iraqis who are ticked off at the occupation?
I don't think it's as much of the latter, but all of the above with all of what else you said. We're still trying to seal the borders. That's a difficult thing. So there are going to be foreign fighters in here, extreme jihadists. But there are certainly some former regime elements here. As you know, we're operating in the Sunni triangle, and there's a lot of feeling that the Sunnis are going to be disenfranchised from the election. I think their best bet would be to take part in the election and to have a minority that has a voice and can work within the elected government.
How's morale, sir?
Morale is outstanding. I think these Marines and the Marines behind me here certainly have a sense of accomplishment. They've shown great courage and determination throughout. And here in the Force Service Support Group, we've been given a lot of different missions beside our traditional logistics mission, and they have just come up huge in everything that's been asked of them. So, and morale is good because they're close to getting home, and we're ready to turn this over to the Marine Expeditionary Force from Camp Lejeune.
Major General, it's an honor to talk to you and to be in the presence of your Marines. We're going to come right back after this break. We're back from Camp Pendleton, and we're back with Marine Major General Richard Kramlich, the commanding general of the 1st Force Service Support Group in Fallujah, Iraq. I asked General Kramlich what his Marines feel about their mission in Fallujah.
Well, they're very proud of what they do, and they're the finest that this country has to offer. And Chris, you can't begin to describe the circumstances and the climate that they've operated in over here. We've been through 125 degrees, and we've been through 20 degrees, and no matter what, they rise to the occasion and do whatever is asked of them, and they do it so well. I couldn't be prouder of them. What
do you think about the future? Do you think we can keep this up for years? What's your sense of the morale question, the re-enlistment, the whole overall challenge that the military is facing in that country?
Well, they're rising to that challenge, and I think that when this election and the ones to follow start taking hold, I think the Iraqi nation will get a confidence that they can do this by themselves. Obviously, the development of the Iraqi security force is the key, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't think we're going to be here for 10 years. I think our relationship will be one like we have with other allied countries throughout the world, right, where we'll be doing mill-to-mill operations with them and have that type of relationship. But as far as having to provide the security like we do here, I think that's going to wind down, and that's certainly our goal.
The last question, General Gary Luck is over there, and he's trying to figure out the right mission we should have with regard to the Iraqis. Is it training, or is it providing security ourselves? What's the #1 job over there in the next several months?
I think in the next several months we have to continue to focus on training, but it's going to have to shift soon thereafter to the training, and I think we can do both of those at the same time, Chris.
Okay, it's great having you on. Good luck, and to you, everybody in the country is rooting for you, and I really appreciate you taking the time and the Marines behind you to join us on the program tonight. Thank you very much, Major General Richard Kramlich.
Chris, I'd also like to thank all the families back there. They've been showing tremendous amount of courage, and our hearts go out to them, and we're anxious to see them again. But they've been supporting us all the way, and they have a truly tough job, the families and spouses that are back there in the United States.
Okay, thank you very much, General Kramlich.
Go Eagles.
When we come back, Captain David Moore will show us a Cobra helicopter and explain the role that it plays in the war in Iraq. And in the next half hour, some famous Marines will join us: Ed McMahon, Brian Dennehy, and John Glenn. You're watching the Hardball Heroes Tour. Camp Pendleton, only on MSNBC.